Ever since she could remember, 13-year-old Margaret had one dream, sparkling brighter than any star in the night sky. She wanted to be a model. It wasn't just about the fancy clothes or the bright lights of the runway, although she did love fashion. For Margaret, it was about the art of it all. She saw modeling as a way to tell stories without words, to transform, to become a living piece of art. She spent hours in her room, which had become her personal studio. Posters of her favorite supermodels were plastered on the walls, not just as decoration, but as inspiration. She'd study their poses, the way they could convey confidence with a simple glance or strength with the set of their shoulders. She'd practice for hours in front of her full-length mirror, a gift from her grandma. She learned to walk with a book balanced on her head, her movements becoming more graceful and poised with each lap around her room. She experimented with different expressions: fierce, joyful, pensive, mysterious. Her mirror wasn't just a reflection. It was her audience, her critic, and her biggest fan. One afternoon, while scrolling online, Margaret stumbled upon an announcement for a local charity fashion show. They were looking for volunteer models of all ages to showcase designs from local boutiques. Her heart started pounding. This was it. It wasn't Paris or Milan, but it was a real runway with real people. It was a chance. With a deep breath and a surge of determination, she filled out the online application. She knew she didn't have a professional portfolio, so she got creative. She asked her older brother, who was into photography, to help her take some pictures in their backyard. Dressed in her favorite outfits, Margaret used everything she had practiced. The backyard became a high-fashion set, and she channeled all the confidence she had been building. The waiting was the hardest part. Every email notification made her jump. Finally, a week later, an email with the subject line, "Charity Fashion Show, You're In," popped into her inbox. She screamed with so much joy that her parents came running into her room, thinking something was wrong. When she told them the news, their worried faces broke into huge smiles. They were incredibly proud of her for chasing her dream with such passion. The day of the show was a whirlwind of excitement and nervous energy. Backstage was a controlled chaos of hairspray, makeup, and rustling fabrics. Margaret watched the experienced models, soaking in their professionalism. When it was her turn, she stepped onto the brightly lit runway. For a moment, the sea of faces in the audience seemed daunting. But then she remembered her practice, her dream. She took a deep breath, pictured her reflection in her bedroom mirror, and started her walk. With each step, her confidence grew. She wasn't just 13-year-old Margaret anymore. She was a storyteller, a piece of art, a model. As she reached the end of the runway and struck her final pose, the sound of applause washed over her. It was the most incredible feeling in the world. Walking off that stage, Margaret knew this was just the beginning. The charity show didn't just give her a taste of the runway, it solidified her resolve. She understood that the path to becoming a professional model would be long and would require hard work, resilience, and a lot of practice. But that didn't scare her, it excited her, because she knew that with every step she took, she was walking closer to the dream that had been sparkling in her heart for as long as she could remember. She was ready for the journey. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.